taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as...
By God, it's IPW's Breakdown. What a zany intro I'm going for here. But welcome to the show. 2 locked-in qualifiers as expected before our big week next week. Well, we've also got some grudge matches in the card brewing, ready for you. So strap on in as we head to our first qualifier. Oklahoma City. What a beautiful place to be. And it's only befitting I just say these words. By God!
The following contest is a fatal 4-way match. Making his way to the ring, representing the Vision from Black Forest, South Australia, weighing in at 330 pounds, Big Bronson Reed.
It's Bronson Reed. I can't do a good Jim Ross voice, but... well, Bronson Reed kicking off the night here in Fatal 4-Way action. It's your locked-in qualifier for the men. And we're kicking it off with Bronson Reed and 3 other men taking to this hard-hitting affair. An affair.
His opponents, first from Kingsland, England, weighing in at 242 pounds, Nick Aldis.
Befitting of a national treasure. Nick Aldis looking to prove himself here on Breakdown. Hasn't really found a place, and that sign that we saw in the background there certainly fits his career. Hall of Fame stature in terms of accomplishments. One of the longest reigning NWA champions, as well as a former TNA World Heavyweight Champion. A lot of achievements over a long tenure in pro wrestling. Also known as a British gladiator. This is the Big O. But now, tonight he gets to potentially launch his Hall of Fame career into IPW with a championship opportunity if he is able to win this locked-in qualifier. Reed, we've seen before, succeed quite well. He was runner-up in the Prospects Cup for the men. And now, chance to continue.
From Warner Robins, Georgia, weighing in at 275 pounds, Farouk.
His success here on Breakdown. Third man into this matchup. Well, he is an Acolyte Protection Agency officer. A man that likes to say, damn, it's Farouk. Ron Simmons set to go toe-to-toe, and you already look at the field, you've got technical wrestling and a couple of heavy hitters in Reed and Farouk. How do we round out this field? we bring in the Golden Dragon. Some high-flying, high-octane offense from Dragon Lee.
Representing the LWO from Jalisco, Mexico, weighing in at 165 pounds, Dragon Lee.
Similar story to how things are shaping up, and surprisingly, we are yet to see a star return to Locked In. And this could be a potential massive Locked In chamber for the men in the Amethyst division, but now we kind of look at this and wonder whom will be breaking out, and that is what I'm looking forward to. As we say, Locked In is meant, well, it's starting to round out into a nice card. Here on the breakdown side of things, we've already got Vikingo joining Drew McIntyre in the chamber. One of these 4 men will also be joining those 2. And if I was a betting man, I would kind of have to say that of these 4, the best record so far in 2026 in IPW goes to Bronson Reed. I'd then say Dragon Lee's probably in a good position to qualify. Farouk, untested, unproven in or on breakdown. And then Nick Aldis hasn't really surmounted to much here on this brand just yet. But opportunities obviously will come out of this qualifier. Remember, the big thing is how well you are doing will realistically push you further up the totem pole. We will be heading on the road to the showdown after Locked In, and that is some grueling action for 28 days in a row, plus the 2 final. So a month of pro wrestling heading your way after Locked In. And that's what we look forward to. And Locked In is honestly one of those very impactful pay-per-views. So qualifying for it is huge if you are to, well, realistically make it into those 8-person brackets. Now, from my understanding, this year's tournament will be slightly different, considering the fact that we are brand split. I believe that the brand split will be breaking for the Showdown tournament overall, and that's going to be huge. Obviously, a chance for some stars to rekindle rivalries and battle it out once more. Speaking of battling it out here, this opener certainly going off to a bumpy start for realistically all of them. No one's really found the momentum to get this match going, and well, Dragon Lee is a momentum killer. The kendo stick swung for the fences, stopped Farouk's potential Samoan drop, and then breaks up the pinfall effort that Bronson Reed was going for. Ooh, now the sledgehammer comes into play for Farouk. He's swinging for the fences, just delivering punishment. The sledgehammer finally taken out his hand by Lee. Roll up here for Reed, trying to steal it. Farouk able to break that one up. Keeps this matchup alive for everyone involved, and Now Farouk, big time spine buster, dropping Reed. Goes for the cover right in front of the National Treasure. Aldis pounding away. Gonna just stop Farouk's momentum. And now stalls out. But no, able to bring down Lee in that suplex. A massive maneuver there for Aldis as he gets a 2 count. Almost a 3. No one was in sight to break it up, but Farouk angry. Now caught. Roll up here for Aldis. Lee and Reed happy to break that one up. The threat of the National Treasure being recognized here. Having almost secured a win. Super kick lands for Lee. Trying to go for that knee, but caught. Farouk kick down south. Gut wrench up top. Brings him down with a Dominator. Into the cover, but it's broken up with ease by Aldis. And Aldis, well, he can't follow up his offense. Tries to go for a body slam. Now a stare down with Farouk. Aldis gets the better of the stare down. Hooks up Farouk up to the power bomb position. Not going to go for a power bomb. Instead, gun stuns the APA member. Irish whip for Lee. Connects on to Reed. I think he was aiming for Aldis, but a different target took the shot. And the bullet, it landed regardless, but not where it wanted to. Misfire of sorts. Speaking of misfires, Farouk takes Lee up top, but can't follow through. It's Lee escaping with some punches. Now a whip from him. Lee, though, eats a sledgehammer, but Aldis caught in a Death Valley from Bronson Reed. The big Bronson Reed layering in the damage. Kendo stick now in the hands of the big man, but it's soon taken out by Farouk and Lee. As Farouk now going for the cover, looking for the dub. Ooh, nearly gets it. Bronson waits, delivers a German. Lee, not going to deliver one of his own. Instead, gets sent into the corner. Bronson, big time Deadeye. Flat on the target. Drives Aldis's head into the canvas. Farouk, nice sidewalk slam. As we just begin to rattle off maneuvers. This bounce getting into the nitty-gritty stages. As Aldis getting a little cheeky, trying to steal the dub. Not going to work in his favor because Dragon Lee watches on him. Well, gets him. Bronson lands flush onto big Nick Aldis. And big Farouk gets sent into the line. As big Bronson Reed, well, he's caught now by big Nick Aldis. Backbreaker from the National Treasure. But National Treasure, well, he's still fighting. Fights out of Dragon Lee's grasp, but will he be able to fight out of Farouk's? Gets scooped up and, well, does so. Aldis is avoiding damage at all costs. Does avoid the kendo stick shot that busts open Lee. And now, I think he's got a tombstone in play. For some reason, our cameraman really likes to focus on taunting, even though they've been told to watch the action. Aldis tries to drop the elbow. Misses wildly. He will continue to punish. No, he gets caught. Oh, Deadeye from Reed connects. Lee comes back into the ring. Will break that pin up. We're at that stage of the match where it's just big maneuver after big maneuver as a Death Valley plants Lee. Farouk gets back up. Roll up here onto Reed. Aldis breaks that one up. And it's only Aldis and Farouk standing, but Lee and Reed get back up quite quick. Tandem offense sends Aldis crashing to the canvas. Reed caught. As Lee sends him running. He's in the corner now, stunned. Forced to bite his breath. As Lee, up and over Mexican Destroyer, plants him down. Bronson's trapped now, seated. I think he got hit with the kendo stick. Leaving Magnus in charge. Nice leg jam into that suplex. And, well, why not? Two good for... One's not good enough. How about a second, bro? As Nick Aldis connects. Caught, though. Can't follow up his offense. And clubbing blows from Farouk stops him in his tracks. Reed catches Farouk, drills him headfirst into the canvas. Aldis is slowly getting up. Big man Greg, referee Kevin counts to 2, but Aldis, as we say, got up in time and will happily stop the pinfall attempt. Keeps this fatal 4-way alive as Lee looks to charge in, but he's caught. Farouk puts him in the opposite corner. Backbreaker. Big knee. 2 men standing. And only one of them can earn the W here. Could be Dragon Lee. Up and around. So Destino connects. Down goes Aldis. Farouk now capitalizing. Oh, maybe not, brother. Lee escapes out the back. Reed's also running away. Aldis quickly back up. He's done enough. Mexican Destroyer comes through from no one, I think. That gets stopped, halted in its track. I believe Aldis may have been looking for that Tower of London, but instead now caught in a powerbomb position. Gonna get swirly. Reed fires up. Looking to strike as the kitchen sink gets caught by Farouk from Aldis. And Aldis gets caught up top, escapes out the back. No Dominator today. And instead it could be Aldis pouncing onto Reed. Aldis and Reed trading positions. Reversal for reversal. Lee's trying to steal it, but bad timing on that as Bronson breaks it up. Farouk flattens Dragon Lee and now looks to flatten Aldis, sends him running. Pops him up. Spine Buster! Huge impact onto the chair. Farouk, kendo in hand. I think he swung it, but Aldis evades. And now a scoop slam into that Michinoku. Cover here for Aldis. Lee breaks it up. Treasure now in trouble as Lee lines him up. Sledgehammer in hand. He's swinging it. But he's caught now. Deadeye. Crushing Lee. It's a 1, 2, Three. Not the three. Just yet, anyway. That felt like it was done and dusted, but not going to be the case just yet. Farouk hooks up Aldis. Dominates him. Down into the canvas. Shoulder tackle to Lee for good measure. He's now out of the equation. Why not add insult to injury? Kendo stick shot. Cover here as well. Reed's up. But it's Lee's the one that breaks it up. Kendo stick finally taken out of commission as Bronson Wasteland follows it up with the senton. Another kendo stick in play, but that's a back elbow. Shot to the brain. But it's not that insane because it doesn't get the dub, but that knee might. Farouk, though, back into the picture. Clotheslines Lee. Reed's getting up, but that is a big mistake. The chair connects for Farouk. But the European uppercut works better for Aldis. Everyone's trying right now to just land the finishing shot, but it's just not working. Half and half from Reed. Aldis once again rolls out to ringside. As Farouk and Reed battle, powerbomb position here, and a big time landing. Reed lands flush onto the chair. Lee tries to fly in and kind of crush Farouk. Keep your eyes on Aldis. He's calling Reed up, but he's not going to be one to strike onto Bronson. Over here for Farouk. As Aldis is distracted. And that is how you win a four-way. The dance gets censored with a cheeky little pin. And let's be honest, this matchup, it had the big shots. And it was certainly a grueling battle. But hats off to Farouk. These dominators certainly did their jobs. They wore down the competition. He almost got the win onto Aldis. He did, however, hit that chop to the throat, cutting Reed's chances and getting the dub.
Here is your winner, Farouk.
Well, the APA are back in service here tonight as Farouk claims his spot at Locked In. Well, it isn't Breakdown without some hard-hitting women's action. As Mamacita Raquel Rodriguez
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing the Judgment Day. From Rio Grande Valley, Texas, Raquel Rodriguez.
steps up to the plate. And let's be honest, this is going to be one of those bouts that honestly I could see ending in either two ways. A knockout or a tap out. Only one of them I think favors Rodriguez. But hey, it is what it is if it happens the other way. Because she is going up against a regal entity. from the Queen City. It's time we bow down. To Charlotte Flair.
And her opponent from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Well, Flair finds herself here on a breakdown in her first match since coming over in the draft, and that's something that I really do love about IPW. With the mass amount of stars, there are massive opportunities for those who don't normally get them. Flair, we've seen challenge at the top of the Primetime's women's division, the Undisputed Women's World Championship, several times over. Now, she gets a chance to potentially climb the ranks of the Ruby Belt division. A division not lacking in competition. As well, we've got two of the titans of said division facing off here tonight. But with locked in on the horizon, the man is looking for a challenger for a fight at the live event. So stepping up to the plate to face her is a huge opportunity for anyone on this breakdown roster. And we get underway with our second bout of the evening. Flair with the early submission, Dragon Sleeper, powered out of by Raquel with some nice punches. As we said, this was going to be a battle of the submissions and the power. Knockout strength on the side of Rodriguez, but technical wrestling and submission-based offense in the favor of the Queen. We've got a lot of queens here in IPW, I'm realizing. We can go down the path of talking about Tuesday night. The Red Queen put on a masterclass in her primetime debut up against Lainey Reed. That was one for the ages. And unless something spectacular happens tonight, that will go down as my matchup of the week. There's Flair, nice fall away slam, putting down Rodriguez. Raquel gets back up here at the behest of Flair. Charlotte trying to land them chops. Misses with the first shot, instead opts to go for a eat defeat. But yes, Utami successful in that debut on Primetime. Continues to build that, or continues her momentum that she forged on Breakdown. Only one loss to the current champion. That coming at Love Dive to the last kicker. But now, Utami on the hunt for Fallon Henley's Undisputed Women's World Championship. Even though it's technically the World Television Championship. It's the same title. Forgive me, it's the same lineage as well, but hey. As now, Raquel was looking for her own fall-away slam. He fell away, but the slam didn't come. Instead, a cross body from Flair working in favor of the North Carolina native. As Flair Calls up Raquel, looking, handsprings in. Oh, the lariat not going to work out. Well, Mamacita, big time power slam. Follows it up with the elbow. Make it a second. How about third for good measure? Rodriguez finding some momentum. Hooks up and brings up Flair for a Tejana bomb. Stacks her up as well. 1, 2. Kick out by Charlotte to keep alive in this affair. Ooh, splash goes awry for Rodriguez. Well, now Flair looks to deliver some power of her own. Brings Raquel up onto her shoulders and well into the gun stun. Flair slowing the tempo down. Runs into a knee, however. And that tempo might be about to heat up. An exchanging of blows coming through from these two. And I'm surprised Charlotte's not going for the knife edge chops just yet. Instead, it's more of a slap across the face. However, she continues to catch the shots from Rodriguez. Finally, Raquel catches one onto Flair, but the knife edge chops have begun for Flair. Woo! While them chops do some damage, it's an exchange of blows to finish off the rally. Raquel catching Charlotte up top once more, hangs her out and brings her down with an inverse Alabama slam. Flair escapes the dangerous position, fires back with a spear. Cutting Rodriguez in half. It's a cover for the Flair. And oh, a near fall. That slow 2 count coming through. Charlotte brings up Rodriguez. Fireman's carry with Mamacita. Turns her inside out. Inverse F5. Setting up for this. The figure 4. Flair locks it in, but I've got a feeling she's going to bridge back. Figure 8 locked in. Rodriguez in trouble. Will she tap? The answer to that is currently no. As Raquel escapes the figure 8. Roll up here, small package. Rodriguez back to her feet and back trying to win it. Close near fall. Good for a 2. Now, Raquel. Clubbing blow to the back, forcing the action to the outside. Rodriguez ascends, drops the elbow. Ooh. Awkward landing for her though. Raquel working over the neck. Potential target. The point of contact out of that Tejana bomb. And Rodriguez is certainly looking to maybe put that hurting onto Flair in a moment's time. The only issue is the count of 5 comes through from Big Man Gregathy. We're closing in on a potential count out. But it's almost like Raquel can hear me. Returns Flair to the ring, but gets tripped up. Charlotte now has Raquel flat on her chest. And goes down south. Legs to target. And well, when the legs are in the eyes of Charlotte Flair, a figure 4, and then the bridge into the figure 8 is close to follow. Center of the ring, Raquel will be forced. You have to feel to tap here. So close, but no. It's actually going to be Charlotte to relinquish the hold. Not looking to put away Rodriguez just yet. Oh, chops exchange. Flair gets the better of the situation. Mini Death Valley. Oh, Raquel. Choke bomb. Putting down Flair. Cover here off it as well. Oh, near fall. Again, a cover here for Rodriguez. This one a little dirty. Very awkward position using that middle rope. But it's going to help Raquel. Gets Flair up. And down with the inverse Alabama Slam. And that is enough to get the job done. Flair hung out to dry. Has a crash landing. And that landing is her demise. Raquel sequencing that ending well. 2 pins in a row. The dirty pin on top of it. Waits for Flair to get up and then strikes with precision. The baited shot works out for Raquel here tonight as we see it here. Flair gets up after the pin, straight into this awkward landing for her. She gets turned inside out and then the stacking pin. Good for 3.
Here is your winner, Raquel Rodriguez.
An unfortunate welcome to breakdown for Flair, but a present and effective sight for Mamacita Raquel Rodriguez. So, my Caillou card says, hard-hitting affair. And well, when you have the Great Muta in effect, some buzzsaw kicks, some shining wizards.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from the land of the rising sun, weighing in at 230 pounds, the Great Muta.
And this is a man that has knockout power. While we haven't got a KO match on the card, just expect it to happen with all these stars tonight. Just running down what we've seen already. Farouk, knockout power, won the opener. Raquel Rodriguez, knockout power in the women's division, won our second bout of the evening. Muta could potentially be the third to do that. Well, got a couple of living legends competing here on one side.
His partner from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 241 pounds, Adam Pearce.
As the scrap daddy, Adam Pearce steps up to the plate for this one. Let's say it this way. I have a feeling that this one isn't going to be pretty. There's gonna be bloodshed across this ring, and I can't wait to see it. Solo Sikoa clearly setting up the card in his likeness. I guess you could call their team the Great Scrapper. That was so bad. But what isn't bad? We said it's a hard-hitting affair. How about some H-bombs coming from a mad Russian?
And their opponents, first from Moscow, pounds, Ilya Dragunov.
Dragunov, capable of, well, dropping big shots into your face at the most opportunistic of times. If you're on your back, boom, H-bomb. If you're in front of him, boom, H-bomb. If you are on the top rope, boom, H-bomb. It is a weapon of mass destruction, folks. And he certainly knows how to wield it. As he tunes up the orchestra. There's that one H-bomb. Will that be what wins the bout for his team? Or will we have a bigger boom? I've got some oxes, some raging animals, like bulls running around here. And one of the weapons in the opening match was a hammer. So how about we bring a bull hammer to the bout here tonight, and boom.
And his partner from Preston, England, weighing in at 246 pounds, Wade Barrett.
Well, we've got the power of the knee. We've got the power of the fist. How about the elbow? Boom! Boom! The big shots will be heard in this one. Your third bout of the evening. Tag team action. And you expect the bloodshed from a big shot to ring through the arena here in Oklahoma. I guess you could say boom, boom. We tie it back, folks. Oh, the mister! What? How is that not a DQ? What? Dragunov blinded early. He's certainly feeling it, going to brush his face quite a bit. Well, Mura's going to keep the pressure on, just scrounge at the eyes. And, well, if it wasn't clear the target for Muda in this one, the face, perfect for pummeling. The Scrap Daddy gonna change it up though. Goes down south towards the chest and the sternum. Dragunov happy to receive the shots and, well, fires back with a couple of chops across the body. Butterfly suplex comes through familiar, and after that early surprise attack from Muda, Dragunov wisely rolls out. Hopefully there's some water out there so he can clean his face. Get the green mist out of his eyes. Because Muda surprised everyone. But the referee, Kevin, lets the bout go on as it continues here. Dragunov clean the eyes, goes for an early pin here. Reversed. Pierce on top now. Good for a one. And, well, Pierce not able to get more than a one. He's able to kick out before Dragunov even gets anything. Tag made. Barrett back into the picture. Oh, big time clothesline flattening Adam Pierce. Why not? There's the blood. It wasn't too long into this affair, but Pierce has been busted open by Barrett. It was a bare knuckle star. Looks to continue the punishment, but right now he's on the receiving end. Able to escape out the back in the big DDT. Levels that playing field, and, well, Barrett back in control. 1 of 4 busted open now. And I have a feeling that someone else is going to join them in the blood category. Who that will be, I don't know yet, but it would make sense. As Dragunov watches as Barrett eats a wasteland. Pierce, that was cheeky. Using Barrett's own finisher against him. That is not too smart. You're going to fire up the Brit who's, well, he's already caused you some damage. Gashing blow. Well, Dragunov, he's fired up now. Looking to compose, conduct a victory for his team as he sends Pierce to the apron. Barrett getting some cheap shots in. He's not needed as... Oh! Falcon Arrow. Dragunov does the deal. Cover here as well, but the Great Muda's there to break it up. Dragunov. Pressure continues to mount onto Pierce. Bridging German suplex. Surprisingly only good for one. No H-bomb just yet. Ilya gonna hold on to that weapon a little longer. There's Pierce. He's fighting back. Gonna escape here. Brings in the Great Muda. Barrett. Caught. Sent for a little run as Muda tries to strike. Brings Barrett down to a knee, but the pit punches from Wade gonna break, cause separation. Barrett, swirly. The separation works out for him. Maybe only for a moment as Muda trading shots once again with Barrett. That ends the exchange. Shot across the throat. Barrett, maybe not, brother. No, it's very much not. Barrett hooks up Muda. Wasteland with ferocity. Down into the cover. It's a good pin. Only good enough for two, though. British bare knuckle boxer looking to strike as he actually is ascending up top. Pierce trying to get involved. The elbow drop though will connect for Barrett. He can look to end it here. The bullhammer you have to feel is being lined up. Big boot was lined up there, but not going to work out for Barrett. Maybe now it is. Scoops up and tosses Muda around like a ragdoll. Cover here and a quick kick out from the Hall of Fame superstar. Muda. Nice. Breaker to the side of Barrett. Sends him running. Tries to go up top with a Hurricane Rana. Gets caught in the powerbomb. Barrett's getting cheeky right in front of the referee. Utilizing that middle rope for leverage. Barrett taunts. He's allowed Muda to escape, and that gives Pierce a chance to strike. And Pierce, big time spine buster. Puts down Barrett for a cover. Good for two. Ilya's in too slow. Because almost Pierce getting the win there. Barrett fighting back, kicks down low. Stops Pierce's offensive back elbow. Almost set up for that bullhammer. I thought it was coming there. Dragunov now legal. Charges in, leaps into the shot onto Pierce. And why not? We know a H-bomb's brewing. But how much longer do we have to wait? Pierce tags out. Oh, big clothesline. Dragunov catching Muda. Now the two legends get to battle here once again. Barrett takes waist control. Shin breaker on to Muda. And now he's lighting it up. The elbow pad turned inside out. And there's gonna be a big boom. Bull hammer connects. And Pierce forced into action. Breaks it up. That's giving Muda a new lease of life. Hooks up Barrett for a pile driver. Spiking Wade's head into the canvas. Muda needs to escape. Gonna be able to tag out here if he takes... Oh, well, no, he's not gonna get it. Instead, Barrett fights out the corner. No, not even a mat slam or a German for Wade. Muda's fighting back. Bulldog from the Hall of Famer. Now Ilya's into the picture. Neither man able to grapple one another until Ilya finally does so. Big time German. And he doesn't relinquish his grip a second. Why not? 3 big Germans from Ilya. The Mad Russian striking with precision. Now he can look to end it. Up top, big time power bomb from Dragunov. The whip's reversed. Dragunov almost could have put away Muda. But instead, a dragon screw. Heel hook applied here for Muda. The submission not going to be checked, though, by big man Kevin. Instead, Muda just using it to apply some pressure. Well, pile driver will be more pressure mounting onto the Mad Russian and the British Brawler. Pierce now legal. Shoulder block. Or shoulder tackle, I should say. Driving Dragunov down. Irish whip gonna send Ilya into Muda and Pierce's corner, but quickly that's changed. And it's knife edge chops for Ilya in his own corner. Pierce now choking Dragunov, and well, this is a change of tune, the different song from the orchestra being played here for Ilya. Now Ilya's got some revenge, a dragon screw of his own. Heel hook applied right in the face of Muda, who just did it to him. Ilya allows the tag. Muda now legal. Gonna scoop up Dragunov, but no. Gets caught. Dragunov utilizes his weight, falls down onto Muta. And there's a sign signaling it's time to crush. Missing wildly with that leaping assault. Dragunov fails to connect, and Muta happy to punish. Or maybe not, brother. Oh, this is just karma. First it was in his face, now it's to him. Direct punishment onto Muta. Cover here for Dragunov. Pierce able to break that and keep this matchup going. But keep your eyes on Dragunov, he's waiting. Oh, baits the shot from Muta. The low dropkick not going to connect, and instead a Uranagi from Dragunov, dropping his foe. Ilya sent running. A big chop. A stalling chop from Muta. Puts down Dragunov. Pierce now back legal. He's sent running. Fights out the corner. Maybe only for a second, because Dragunov Puts him right back where he was. And once more, these heel hooks are certainly stacking up, applying the pressure to the knee joint as well. Dragunov, caught, swinging neckbreaker. Pearce, he baited him in and catches his prey. Couple of tags made, and it's Muda and Barrett legal once more, and Muda wants that. He likes those odds because a Shining Wizard connects for him. Cover here, Dragunov down. He's slow to his feet, but the pin, nearly gets the job done in favor of Muda and Pearce. Tag made. Pearce now legal. Muda gonna work alongside him to deliver a hip toss and a couple of boots to the body of Barrett. Wade now. Not gonna get the waistline. Instead, gets a nice spine buster for his efforts. Dragunov happy to break this pin up. As Pearce now needs to really look to end this. Barrett bides his time, strikes now. Hooks up Pearce, powerbomb position. Will it be a crash landing or a swirly? It's a swirly for Pearce's efforts. And a big boot to the face as well. Crushing his chest in the corner. Barrett now can look to strike, but these whips don't work out for anyone. As Pearce gonna make him pay, scraping his face across that top rope. The Scrap King, or Scrap Daddy, taking some control, but the control's lost now. Barrett, big time European uppercut, flattens the Chicago native. Into the corner, trapped. A perfect target for the Mad Russian to strike. Maybe not, brother. Pearce, will he tag out here? The answer's no. Instead, a shot to the back. Why not? Let's just keep turning him around. Yeah, let's just keep turning him around. Fails to connect with the punch. Dragunov gonna pounce? No. Gets pounced on. Irish whip reversed. Really, these whips don't work out. And, well, these dragon screws into heel hooks seem to be doing some damage. Cover here for Ilya. Muda's not entering. Has he seen enough? Clearly not. Pearce able to kick out. Another whip. And another reversal. This time Pearce gonna scrape the face of Dragunov across that top rope. Pearce takes waist control, hooks up Dragunov. Scorpion death drop. But he meets the boot of Dragunov in his face. Gets dropped by the Mad Russian. Ilya forcing Pearce into the corner. This time, neutral territory. And a Mad Russian. What's he thinking here? Pearce in opposite side to him. Looks to fly. Does the Mad Russian. Coast to coast. Dragunov connecting on an airtime flight. From Russia to Chicago. It's not enough to get the job done, though. Pearce, he's had enough. His time to strike, but gets reversed once more. Dragunov, I think he likes this maneuver. And can you blame him? Weakening the base of Pearce. The Scrap Daddy Trading positions. Once again with Dragunov. Another whip. And another reversal. And another dragon screw. Why not? Oops. You didn't see that. Tag made. Barrett back in. And will the bare knuckle star put a knockout? A DDT might be the start of it. And a cover here as well. Muda's not entering. 2. No. The Scrap Daddy kicks out. We continue this awkward affair. We said it was going to be a knockout. I guess this bout won't end until we get one. What I'm learning is these whips don't work. But these knees do. Pierce sent to the outside. Oh, why not? Barrett gonna brawl with Muda. Maybe look to bust open a Hall of Famer. Back breaker works for Pierce here. He's able to tag out, bring in the Muda. Muda into the cover on Barrett. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Nuts. That's how you get the job done. Just pin Barrett. Pierce able resiliency, I guess. Survives the whip chain and the dragon screws. But what was the big shots that Barrett ate? Okay, a spine buster is 1. That's so far the only big shot I've seen. And it's the only one we're getting in a replay. Okie dokie.
Here are your winners, the team of the Great Muda and Adam Pearce.
Well, it wasn't a knockout victory, but it was certainly a match. Hopefully, the next one's a little quicker. Let's see who's going to snatch victory in our bout numero 4. Yeah, I definitely hinted at to what this bout was prior to the entrances at the end of that last match.
Is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Honolulu, Hawaii. Ruka!
But it's time we make a splash with Sol Ruka. Here on Breakdown, the former Underground champion on her new home, looking to sweeten her spot as she looks to maybe enter an locked-in qualifier over the next coming weeks. Tonight, though, the focus is well and truly on singles action. Who's going to have their soul snatched here tonight? Well, that wasn't the theme that I expected to hear. And it isn't Victoria.
And her opponent, representing the Triangle of Terror, from Vienna, Austria, the Spider.
Tekla taking to the ring for this one. The Toxic Spider. We know she is, well, sinister, wicked, and a dangerous foe. the AEW Women's World Champion in current modern day. But in IPW, a fresh face. Not her first matchup on the big stage. She's had a couple, of which was a follow-up alongside Julia Hart in a tag team affair after assaulting the champion out of, I believe it was an uprising. Either way, we start this bout with a little shimmy and a shake between the two, a collar and elbow that, well, Soul's not able to capitalize on. Instead, it's a tilt-the-world backbreaker from Tekla that seizes Soul's mistake. The early offensive working out for Tekla. Lands the springboard dropkick. And now, head scissors locked in. The punches flowing. And this is the Toxic Spider taking control. Seeping her poison into her prey. Ruka needs to do well to find out of it, find the antidote, fight back, maybe cause some unexpected outcomes that, well, Tekla's not expecting. A big knee might be the start of him, but a roll-up from Tekla could be desperation to avoid Soul building momentum. Ruka springboard, moonsault, beautiful execution. Why not a second? First off the bottom rope, a second off the top turnbuckle. Charges in, can't connect with the splash. And it is constant roll-ups here from Tekla. He's just trying to steal the victory away from Soul here. Soul escapes out the back, keeping control over the Toxic Spider. As moves get missed here, Soul, Fireman's carry, not going to work out for her. Tekla out the back door, wise to what could come. A big maneuver that Soul looks for is that Fireman's carry into a spinebuster type maneuver. Not going to hit it off that. Well, Tekla happy that she's not eating a ton of punishment. But this is still early going. Soul's ramping up the offense. Brings Tekla up to the suplex position, but can't get her over. Can't get it into that predicament. And, well, Tekla's going to make her pay. Sweeper hold applied. Locked in deep. Soul breaks the leg hook. And, well, gets out the back. These two very well evenly matched. Soul caught. Gonna be hung out on that second rope. It's Tekla. Can continue to punish here. Rolls through. Fireman's carry. Tekla has her up. And drives her down. Page turner of sorts. Soul's fired up, but bad timing on it. She's just sent crashing back down to the canvas. Action returning into the ring. Soul taunting. Caught. Tekla. No, roll up. Soul escapes a potential fisherman's buster. And, well, that pin almost gets her a win. Shoulder block from Ruka. She continues to torment the Toxic Spider. Fireman's carry. Backpack. Driver from Soul. An interesting transition into it. Now the Fireman's carry. Up, down with the spine buster. We said it was a maneuver she looks for out of it. And there it comes. Soul off the ropes. A soul snatcher. Connecting. Faruka now looks for the dub. The cover. 1, 2. No. Tekla kicks out. Stays alive in this one. Ruka not done. Springboards in. Tries to go for a splash, but meets the knees of Tekla and meets it again with a jaw breaker. Ground game working out here for Tekla. The gator roll into a crossface. Just wearing down the neck of Ruka is Tekla. Now, head scissors applied. Not gonna get much out of it is the Toxic Spider, but she will, however, send and spear the everlasting life out of Ruka. Cover here for the Toxic Spider. It's a good, clean 2 count. But that's all it is. A little more. The Spider needs to seep that poison well and truly in to get a lasting, paralyzing effect. Because right now, Ruka still full of energy. Looking to put away Tekla. Head slammed into the corner. Big time German. Ruka's feeling it. Heads to the middle rope. Looking to call her shot. Drop kick. A missile. Landing flush onto Tekla. The former underground champion plowing through the competition. Looks to fly. And does so with ease. Tekla fired up, but it's not a perfect fire up because Soul comes through and snatches her soul. Cover Faruka once more for the win. A definitive dub here for Soul. He puts Tekla down after a couple of soul snatchers, and they were picturesque. While Tekla did land some offense of her own, the spear was deadly, but this pin sealed the deal after that soul snatcher.
Here is your winner, Ruka.
An easy dub, I would say, for Ruka, as she looks to build up momentum to a potential locked-in qualifier. But now with this in the books, it's your co-main event time. And it's a doozy. So we strap on in and send it to that bout. Well, he didn't make it to locked in. But he still has a gripe with a certain man who intervened in a battle of his with Sean Spears. The voice of the voiceless went to the general manager. He demanded he get some respect. Well, it's clobbering time.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 227 pounds, CM Punk.
Because this man is looking for revenge. Ambushed by one of Sikoa's cronies, an MFT. And now, your co-main event, Punk gets his hands on Tala frickin' Tonga. Will this be a crushing of the People's Champ, the Cult of Personality? Or will the Second City Saint earn his dub against one of the Hitmen? War paint is on.
And his opponent, representing MFT from Kissimmee, Florida, weighing in at 264 pounds, Tala Tonga.
And a slow march to the ring signals Tala Tonga means business. Crowd draws silence at the massive man that stands in front of them. Zero emotion being shed. It's confidence that you can judge by just the actions that Tala Tonga takes. Your co-main event, filled to the brim with anger, with hatred to one another. Punk wants an explanation as to why Tala Tonga got involved in his bout with Shawn Spears. Tala Tonga just here to put an ass whooping onto CM frickin' Punk. Kicks down south here for the straight edge superstar. Punk caught a big shot from Tala. We know when we talk about the general manager, he has his MFTs. He has his two hitmen in the World's Strongest Man and the Ruler. But I have a feeling Solo wants more. He wants dominance over all the divisions. None of his MFTs hold gold here in IPW. None of them have been close. But when we look at what could come, what potential all of them possess, a win tonight for Tala Tonga over Punk could be massive in his charge for the title. As these two exchange blows, neither backing down. Punk catches one of Tala Tonga's. Finally, Tala reciprocates the catching. Both trading shot for shot, and well, Tala Tonga's getting the better of the exchange now. Punk continues these knife edge shots. Mongolian chop from Tala He wins the exchange and well opts for the cover. That cover's good for one. Referee Big Kim eyes firmly on this one. Whip reversed. A story as old as time. Leapfrog for Punk. Tries to go down low, but eats a big elbow that busts him open. There's Tala. He's caused some damage now to the Second City Saint. Looks to add some more. A haluva kick in the corner. Cover as well. Is this enough to put away CM Punk? No, is the answer just now. A defiant kick out from CM Punk. But defiance just means more carnage, more punishment. A choke slam from Tala. Good for 2 and the 3. No revenge tonight for CM Punk. As Tala Tonga puts this one to bed. Quick and easy job for him as well. The haluva kick. Prime setup for that choke slam. It's that kick out of the haluva kick. Set up for this. Bang! Goozles the throat. And a high, elevated choke slam sends Punk crashing to the canvas. And a 3 count for Tala Tonga.
Here is your winner, Tala Tonga.
One thing's for sure. When these hitmen go to work, they are effective. The MFTs destroying anyone that stands in their path, and Tala Tonga demonstrates that here tonight. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Welcome to your last locked-in qualifier for the night.
Is a fatal four-way match. Making her way to the ring from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalia.
And the reason this is an interesting one is there's a chance for a repeat entrant. And in fact, Locked In's last winner for the women in her qualifier here tonight. Natalia won in Locked In last year. The final two were Liv Morgan and her. It was Natalia that walked away with the television championship. That got her into the showdown. And that was certainly an interesting run for her. Lyons has been in and around this title for quite some time.
First, from Los Angeles, California, Nikita Lyons.
The Sapphire Belt has eluded her several times over. Julia has had her number. But when there are 4 other women, excluding the champion, all gunning for Julia, Lyons could secure a massive dub. Fatal 4-ways seem to be her forte. Similar sort of story to what Pat McAfee has here in IPW. Now with half the field revealed, how about we ramp it up?
And from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Women's Underground Champion, Hail.
Your eyes don't deceive you. That is the Women's Underground Champion. Yes, that championship still exists. And no, it hasn't been defended in some time, we're well aware. Underground's taking a little hiatus until after the showdown, but for now, the champion can proudly wear the belt around her waist. She deserves to do that at least. She's won several high-profile matches while as champion, and now looks to become a two-time champion, or double belt champ. The Sapphire Championship in her sights. Leslie into the field.
And from Dallas, Texas, Tatum Paxley.
Tatum Paxley. Well-rounded. Capable star. A former NXT Women's Champion, former NXT North American Champion. Or current. I don't know. It is what it is, brother. Regardless of the fact, she is a successful star, but success has eluded her in IPW. That may be about to change with Locked In. A potential turning point for her career here in IPW. Your field set for your main event. Locked In on the line. And we have a stacked field. The Locked In winner and the Underground champion. Former Sapphire contender. And then Tatum Paxley. Anything goes in your main event. Big Man Gregory drawing the action. This is one of those interesting bouts where, honestly, you kind of have to put Natalya as favorite. She had to go through a qualifier like this last year, and then bided her time during the locked-in chamber. Struck true to pick up the dub there. And now she can basically pick up the scraps. A opportunistic woman is Natalya. She knows how to strike. She knows how to realistically pick apart her opponents. Hale. Nice suplex. Exploder to Nikita sent her out the ring. A dropkick follows suit, but it's a couple of dropkicks in tandem. It's Hale on the receiving end of one from Natalya. And the same story goes to Hale into Paxley. Nikita put down as a divorce cord. Puts Natalya's arm out of action for a few seconds. Riling in pain as Paxley up and down belly to back suplex. And well, Tatum's not slowing down. Cover here. Quickly broken up by the two other stars involved in this matchup. Inverted facebuster. Lions, we know in a matter of a set moment, can pounce with that splits across the body and just pin you on the dime and get the dub that way. Cover here for Natalya. Quick kick out by Hale. You have to feel that it's going to be hard for the former television champion to repeat the effort of last year's qualifier, as we are still waiting for our first returnee to Locked In. The big thing though this year, we've doubled the amount of chambers So that there are chances for everyone involved to make it too locked in. Now, what I will say, someone that I'm yet to see in a chamber qualifier is last year's men's winner. If you're unaware of who that was, it was big Randall Keefe Orton. He's been a little AWOL from IPW for some time. As there's a Saito suplex. You have to call it out when you see it. Paxley lends it. Also lends a perfect dropkick. Okada-esque. On it to Thea. She turns her back on Nikita, who lends the sledgehammer blow. Natty was going for that netty by nature, but that's caught. She is, however, able to lend onto Hale, who stopped it, but the issue is the damage has been done. Hale's still in control. Battles now with Nikita, center of the ring. That spinning tornado roundhouse connecting for Lions. That's put Hale down and potentially in a precarious position. DKO from Paxley. Gonna put down Lions. Hale back to her feet. Oh. Hammer style attack from Paxley, putting Lions into a difficult position, but Lions, because Hale got involved with Paxley, Lions able to stand back up, get back on the offensive, going after Natty. Probably the smartest targeting you can do in this match. Springboard dropkick from Paxley falls to one side. On the outside, Lions dropping the elbow into Natalya. Jockeying for position are all these stars. But it's Nikita that's really getting the better of Natalya on the outside. I spoke too soon as Paxley. Cemetery drive. Puts Hale down. Cover here. It's going to be broken up. And Natalya happy to kick the body and the face of Paxley. But she gets spun out into a Uranagi. What's Paxley looking for here? Hale slow to her feet. Paxley, I believe, missed. Hale back up, striking, dealing with Tatum. The taunts come through. Our cameraman really does not like action. Would you believe it if I told him to never look at taunts? And he still does. It's almost like the camera's broken in this game. Cannonball from Hale goes awry. Paxley may have been going DDT, but that's not going to work out for her. Because Nikita steps in to stop Hale. And Paxley is instead looking to swing for the home run. The big shot's connecting. Oh, German from Natty. Her time to come back into this one. She's been stuck on the outside for quite some time. Sends Nikita running to the corner. Tatum off the second. Fails to connect with the dropkick. And in fact, she's going to get butt bombed by Natalya. Hale eats the splits from Nikita. We said it's that maneuver that Nikita can drop on a dime, and she did so there. Within an inch of a second, those big thighs came crashing onto the chest of Hale. And what's also crashing onto Hale is a kendo stick. Rolling thunder from Tatum. Spikes the boot into the face of Natalya and busts open Natty. Splits again. Nikita's dropping. those thighs onto everyone on the outside. Because Natalya gets one as well. Inside the ring. All hail Thea. Locked in tight, the Kimura. Going to be broken. Paxley. Running knee lift. Next with that, and well on the outside, Natalya. The blood's firing her up. Over here though, inside the ring. Paxley gets the 3. And we aren't seeing the former Locked In winner at Locked In. A new star joining the field that sees already Julia defending her belt against Wendy Chu and Tatum Paxley. That is turning into a sinister Locked In chamber.
Here is your winner, Tatum Paxley.
Regardless of what it's turning into, we are finding out everyone that's joined, and next week, a massive week of action as we're upping the qualifiers. 4 on each show. Oh boy, it's going to be a bumpy night. Tuesday for prime time. I'll see you there.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking